We got married right before Jim finished dental school, but then was getting ready to get into a 3-year residency in North Carolina. So we were packing up our lives in Pittsburgh, moving down to North Carolina, and we just had this huge number of debt that was coming for us by the time Jim was finished with his 11 years of college. We had started coming to the summit that fall when we moved down to North Carolina. And I remember pretty early on hearing Pastor JD preach on generosity, and just really, we felt really convicted that the Lord was calling us to be generous, but we didn't have anything really but debt.
Yeah, I felt like at the time when we had multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, had a little stream of income coming in, you know, you look at the dollars or cents we were giving, like, well, yeah, we're gonna hardly buy a chair with this money here, you know. But it was just that working that muscle of when you have a little bit, giving still a significant percentage, and then when you have more, it's been so much easier now. And the Lord's been so faithful and so generous to us when I just didn't know how we were going to get out of this hole, or I didn't know, you know, giving was the opposite thing that we should have been doing. But it's just, the Lord's been so faithful to us throughout the journey. So
yeah. I think being a good steward really just changes the way I think about anything that I have. It reframes it that it's not mine. It's not something that I have earned or deserve, but something that the Lord has given me. That's helped me, again, like open my hands to what is in front of me and what we do have, and think about it instead of how can I build my kingdom? How can we build our kingdom? How can we provide for our kids? It's more about how can we allow the Lord to use what we have to build his kingdom and to glorify him instead of ourselves. We've been at the summit for a long time, and so we have had the pleasure of hearing a lot of really powerful teaching about the importance of generosity, of stewardship, of giving. And anytime we've had an opportunity to be prayerful about what our faith commitment might be, I've always been really encouraged that we have gotten to the point where, yes, here's where it felt comfortable, and then push it a little bit farther so that it's a little bit scary, and maybe even get creative sometimes of what are the things that I want to hold on to the most, and how can I feel like I'm a visual person, so how do I just like peel my grip a little bit looser with some of those things?
And I think of early on in our marriage, we had every reason not to give. Lots of debt. We wanted to buy a house. We wanted to start a family. We wanted to, invest in a business. All these things. We're new to the area, new to the church. Every reason to not give. But the Lord laid it on our hearts to be faithful early on. And like Lauren said, we've just seen him be generous and give abundantly back to us. And we've been very encouraged by that.